Morning, everybody. Saturday, February 16th. It's about 11:30 a.m. and I'm gonna do a overnighter tonight. It's extremely minimal gear. I'm gonna do the 5 C's. It's a pocket kit. It's approximately 8 items, I think. I'll go over it with you. I'm gonna show you guys everything, and my plan is to set up some kind of a super shelter with the pocket kit. So when I get where I'm going, I'll show you guys the kit and how I plan on surviving it. I also brought some food. I did bring food. I brought the pocket survival kit, but then I brought a bag of food too, because it's going to be uncomfortable enough going without sleeping gear and all that kind of stuff, and going to need the food to keep me going. As you can see, it's a little bit off-road where I'm going. Gotta find a different way through that spot. Very thick briars. These things will hurt you if you're not careful. What's up, y'all? So it's about 10 after 12. I'm going to show you guys my survival kit. Here it is right here. Pocket kit. That's all I'm bringing with me as far as survival items tonight. Like I said, I did bring food and some frying pan to cook and a little grill top to cook. And but that's it. Nothing else for survival at all. The only reason I brought the food is because I'm only here overnight. There's no point in depriving myself of everything. It's going to help me stay warm throughout the night, because I did not bring a sleeping bag or a blanket. I have all I have is this. So for cutting, it's the 5 C's, based on the 5 C's. For cutting, I have Victorinox Swiss Army officer's knife and a cheapo Camillus fixed blade with a Coghlan's fire steel. And that's going to cover part of combustion. I also have a little piece of fat wood. I have some char cloth and some fat wood shavings in there. So there's my combustion and cutting tools. For cover, I have a SOL 2-person survival blanket and a 6-foot by 8-foot sheet of plastic, and so that covers my cover. And for cordage, I have 25 feet of paracord, and I don't know how many feet of jute twine. So that's it. That's what I got with me. Oh, my fault. And container. My container, I have these plastic bags and water purification tablets. But I'm not going to use the water purification tonight, because in my mess kit with my food, I have my my Stanley nesting cup, and I have some coffee and some hot chocolate to help me get through the night. Some high-calorie drinks to keep me energized, so I can generate some body heat throughout the night, because I have a feeling it's not going to be a very comfortable night. But I've been wanting to do this minimal gear thing for a while, and here it is. So if you wanted to count it all individually, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items. 9 items. But a lot of it goes together, like fire steel and the knife and all that is all one combustion device. And this thing I brought because it has a saw. So that's probably gonna come in handy. I'm sure it will. So I had it in my cargo pocket just to show you it all fits in one pocket, but now I'm gonna spread it out evenly amongst myself, and I'm gonna start looking for a place to put up shelter. What's up, y'all? So it's 12:49. I found home for tonight. It's gonna be between these 3 trees, that one, that little one right there, and that little one right there. I'm gonna build some kind of a debris survival blanket, plastic sheet, hybrid super shelter kind of thing. A little bit of everything. Hopefully it's gonna keep me warm. The wind's gonna be coming from the north tonight, which I think is that way. I'm gonna double check. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that way. Yes, it is that way. You can see my compass. So yeah, so the wind's gonna be coming from that way tonight. So it's actually coming from that way now. So I should be getting it from the side over here, and I should be protected in there. Well, it won't matter anyway when I get the plastic over it. And I got the SOL blanket for $1. I don't know if you can see that, if it's focusing or not. I'm blind. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, at a resale shop. So I'm gonna try it out. I've heard that it's like hands down 1,000,000 times better than the Survival 2.0 blankets. They just don't have the same amount of reflectability that these things have. So I'm excited to use it and see how it works out. So I'm gonna try to get you guys set up here. I found those 4 branches there that were cut. I found them on the way, and there's actually some more back over that way. They're not the ones I cut either. The ones I cut, I burned. I don't know what who cut them, but I'm gonna use them and whatever else I can find around here. And I'm gonna build some kind of a debris shelter. So and I meant to tell you too, I have some duct tape wrapped up inside the plastic there. I didn't show you that. It was with this survival kit as well. Just a little bit, maybe a couple feet to fasten everything down. I was really lucky to find a bunch of cut up wood already, so I didn't have to cut anything yet. I'm gonna have to cut a little bit, but nothing like what I thought. I would have never been able to cut this with the Victorinox. It would have took me a long time. And I found some other stuff cut too, and a bunch of different size stuff as well. Smaller stuff. So staying off the ground won't be a problem tonight. Actually might not be too bad. Get some shorter, some other stuff down here for my legs, and it won't be too bad. I guess I'll be off the ground anyway. You don't get a whole lot of comfort with a pocket survival kit. Well, my next plan, I'm gonna tie some knots up here and get some stuff going. Figure out how I'm gonna do this. Probably like right here. Let's see.
there, a little higher at the top.
You give me a pitch in case there's any precipitation tonight. All right, so it's 2:10, and I thought I heard somebody coming back here, but or I did hear somebody, but they never came back. So they must have stopped. I heard them over that way. So I was just being on the down low for a little while, but yeah, this is what I got so far. So I'm thinking I'm gonna take my emergency blanket and I'm gonna set it up on the inside of this thing. And I'm gonna use this. This is the duct tape I brought, by the way. I always wrap it around a little stick, a tree branch. That way when it's done, I can just burn the branch and no trash. But anyway, so like I said, there's a couple feet there, roughly. But yeah, I'm gonna tape it from the back side, here and here and here and here and over there, across the top there, and I'm gonna run some branches across too. I'll probably pull it over the branches, but these I'm gonna have behind it. That way it's unobstructed and I can have it all the way in there. And then with the plastic, I'll probably just go over the top and the front, obviously, for the super shelter part. And I put some rotted logs that I found underneath of them to get them off the ground. That way I'm up off the ground enough that I'm not getting the heat sucked out of me, you know what I mean? Because even with those thick logs, it would still conduct the heat out of me, because if they were right on the ground, they would get cold too. So hopefully this will be warm. All right, so it's 2:33. This is it. I'm just gonna do it just like this, and I'm gonna put my plastic over top, and probably, you know, round it as much as I can. Put over the top and over the front. And that should do it. The piece of plastic I have is it's either 6x8 or 6x9, I think it is, because I cut it from the 9x12. So yeah, it's 6x9, because I cut the 9x12 in half, long ways. Or not long ways, but cut it in half from the long way, measuring from the long way. So yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do, and I gotta fasten this thing down before the wind blows it away. But yep, you get it. So I'm gonna start getting firewood together and all, and getting myself ready for tonight. All right, so it's 2:48, and clearly I'm not done with my shelter. I've decided against that location there. It's just not working the way I wanted it to with 3 trees. So I'm gonna go with more of a traditional super shelter. I'm gonna try to find 2 trees that I can set this thing up off of. And the wind's coming from pretty much, right now it's coming from that way, which is northwest, but it's gonna be coming from that way tonight, which is north. And it's gonna get down to like 24 degrees. So you see I made an arrow on the ground. That's north. That's which way the wind's gonna be coming from tonight. And that's where it's coming from now, northwest. So again, I'm not happy with this 3 tree shelter. I can feel the heat coming off of that heat sheet there, the SOL thing, and it's just going right up away from me because I didn't have it over my head. So I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna make some more of a lean-to, something that's gonna work better to keep my heat tonight, because it's gonna be cold. So I'm gonna try to find a new spot, and I'll show you what I got going on. All right, so it's 3:07, and that's where I was gonna set up over there. But I found a new spot. I'm gonna set up in between that little tree here and this little tree here, with my back that way. The wind's coming from there. Fire in my living room and all that's gonna be right here. So, and I'm glad I got out of this spot over here, because I didn't notice when I was setting up, but there's actually a large piece of deadfall right over where I was gonna be sleeping tonight. Literally right there, and that thing's probably 8 foot long. So yeah, it's lucky that I noticed that. But yeah, I'm gonna set up over there under where that tree is arcing over, facing this way. And the wind's blowing from that direction right now, from the north. As you can see from my arrow, that's exactly where it's coming from. And it's starting to get cold too, so I gotta get this thing set up. So it's 3:35. And this is what I've come up with so far. I mean, obviously it's just the framing of it. But I'm gonna, oh, excuse me. It's the first sneeze I've had all day. Hopefully I don't have any more. But yeah, I'm framing it out. Then I'm gonna put the survival blanket over it, and then the plastic, and then I'm gonna put some leaves and stuff on the back to insulate it a little bit, and branches and whatever I got to do to make it warm and comfy. And for fire tonight, this is some poplar bark. I'm going to use this branch, but I'm going to use this bark for starting the fire. Maybe not. I think it might be past the point of no return. But I have jute twine, and I'm sure if I look around I'll find, actually here we go, I got some that's good. Yeah, there's still a lot that's good on the top end of this. Alright, so that's enough of that. But anyway, I'm going to get this thing ready. Blanket on there and all. And I'm going to put a small raised bed in there as well. Alright, so it's 3:48. That's what I got for my lean-to. Now I'm getting ready to put my blanket on there now. I found out you don't want to use duct tape on this stuff. It messes it. It sticks to it. And it could tear it. I got lucky and found out before it messed it up too much. But the stuff that's on there is permanently on there at this point. Throw some sticks and stuff on top of it for a minute. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use I'm going to use some poly blankets. I'm going to get some branches off of the holly tree, and then I'll lay them on top. It's 4:16. I got the shelter pretty much done. I just got to throw some leaves on it and cover the bottom a little bit. I'm going to fill that in with leaves now, and I got to get some firewood. And this bed in there is not nearly what I need it to be either, so I got to work on that as well. haven't been able to do a lot of filming because I've been trying to figure out how to get this thing to work for me, but I think I finally got it. That sheet's not big enough to go over the plastic. I mean, it's not big enough to go over the whole thing. The other sheet's not big enough to go over it either. You know, the reflective sheet. So, I mean, it looks big, but it's not, because I can't even stretch all the way out in there. I'm gonna be kind of laying in the fetal position a little bit, but it's all good. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just looking to be warm. So as long as I can stay warm tonight, I'll be good. I'll sleep what I can.